Surprise there. Okay.
Okay, I'll throw in a prediction.
Yeah, I'm with Jay.
I don't like this. I do not like this.
I mean, you the first point. That's what you're worried about right now?
Yeah. Sove on this map. Andy's gonna rush mid. He's gonna do a weird clunky square power plant barracks ref war thing, which you look at and you say he's screwed up his build, and then he's gonna rush mid, and there's nothing that Marko can do about it. What Marko decides to then do is where this game will then get really interesting.
Yeah, and we saw that too. Andy did the same thing versus Zane. That was the match where I missed the important stuff in bottom right and everyone yelled at me. So it won't happen again, team. Don't worry. But yeah, gonna press the middle here. Then we'll see how Marko tries to respond. Yeah, gonna be interesting. Jay-Z, I think I'm with you. I'm betting on 1 DC as well. 1 DC. That's actually only 1 DC would be nice.
There we go. There's the move.
And here comes the. And I'd like to see a dog here from Marko. He knows where he's going. No reason not to try to mess with that MCV a little bit.
Yeah, he's got two. He's got 2 mid.
Yep, 2 dogs ready there, and it's always good when you know exactly what the other player is going to do.
Yep.
It's always a good sign. And it looks like a little bit of both because Marko anticipated Andy and Andy anticipated Marko there.
CLIFE out of Marko.
And I did not set the player's colors because I'm an idiot. Get you next time. All right, CIFE right into that Rhino.
Oh, that was that was sloppy.
Doesn't
he
accomplish.
could have gone on. He could have gone left over the lower jam patch. He could have gone higher, but driving it right over the ore, through the Rhino, through the flak. That was Come on, Marko.
Yeah, it's a bold strategy. It's never worked before, and today's not the day.
Nope. GGIFV's out, Marko. Interesting.
Trying to counter that early push, possibly. Let me see Andy. I'm
not sure about this GGIFV spam. I think Marko, he might have done it a bit too early. He doesn't quite have the eco. I would have liked to have seen maybe another miner first. Because Andy was going mid. He was never really going to push into Marko that early on.
Yeah.
And so Marko's now got this defense force that isn't really needed. But Connie spam coming up from
and now
Andy.
And the MCV moving to bottom. Oh, no, just slightly lower. And yeah. And
he's going to get a second patch of gems.
And Andy's
going to be disgustingly
just
rich.
Settling into just an incredibly lucrative economy here. The Connie rush is interesting. Is that an anti-GGI?
Anti-GGI, yeah. It works really nice as fodder against the GGI IFVs.
Yeah, that makes sense. They have to dedicate
so long as you
missile
micro them properly.
Battle Lab out, and there comes a BF.
Okay.
But Marko's so contained right now. And
yeah, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Andy.
Yep.
I forget it's something like 12k or 14k worth of gems in each of those 2 spots.
Jesus.
So that's 28k.
Yep. And that's yep.
And then you've got the entire left-hand side of the map, which you traditionally walk down. So Andy, longer this game goes on, Andy's just going to go sort of 9 war factories. He's actually going IC, which I think is nice against the battle forts. Much better than going multi-war. Andy, can't really... yeah, okay.
No reason to push the topic right now. Keeping Marko contained, and then kind of doing his thing and continuing to build up. Because like you mentioned, his economy already sitting at 10k. You see Marko's kind of dwindling, trying to expand out a little bit to the right. Just not going to be enough. Not enough real estate for Marko.
Well, he'll walk all the way up to the top right, and that's pretty standard. And he's making space for himself, which is nice. And with enough BFs, He can get work done, but that IC is gonna be scary.
Yep.
I
think
don't know if he can get enough of an army up that he'll have 2 for when that IC comes in, or if he can split his army up nicely.
Yep. And so yeah, Snark is not. Snark is AFK right now. He didn't say goodbye to us, so you guys are probably confused.
Miner goes down in the middle.
Yep.
For Andy, which is nice.
That's a nice little hit. Yeah.
And Andy knows he can't go over these gems, because otherwise that happens.
Yep. Andy's been making good use of the towers. You don't see that a lot from Soviet.
No. He's gonna lose MC. Okay, no, Marko's not diving.
Oh,
Andy, no!
Get the mirages in. Ooh, okay. Wow.
That's 1.
And this is...
He's gonna go IC drones. Marko, if you get some NGIFVs up.
Yep, he needs to get the NGIFVs now. Now. Okay, and that's
MCV goes down.
Is there a depot up? No depot.
No depot.
Oh,
that was
wow.
brave.
Ooh, and Smash is a tank, which you never see happen. But he is droned. Ooh, gonna lose that elite as well. Heavily droned.
Yeah, but Marko's going with the miners in the top right. Top left, sorry.
Andy is on. Oh, Andy's got 2 war factories, no MCV, and when the MCV drops, it's a very different ball game. But
yeah, and 1 miner. He's got 10k, sure, but he's got 1 miner and no MCV.
He's got to be careful with these mirages. They are his defending force as well. I would like to see a little bit more of a passive play. That was a really good hit. Take a second to breathe, reset, collect yourself. Maybe play into Andy's tilt a little bit.
Ooh, Marko, this is looking really solid for him. Because
Mirage is in a weird.
And he's gonna move his last miner. Boom, gone.
Oh wow, okay, top. Wow, and Andy has no miners.
No.
Does have
Marko's
a war.
on 4 wars, and so Andy can't afford to build miners because he's just gonna lose. He's gonna lose. Like the tank battle.
Yeah.
And this is over.
And that's
actually over.
And Andy GG's. And so, wow, what a beautiful play. So, what do you think there? Andy could have earlier on maybe tried to prevent that expansion from, or what? I mean, maybe built himself up defensively, maybe some desos, some drones, and kind of played into the economy push earlier. What do you think there, Matt?
I think the IC of the drones was. The icing of the drones was the mistake. But I think if he'd IC'd his rhinos in the middle to kill those BFs, the BFs wouldn't have got the MCV, and there's no way in hell the Mirages would have, because there weren't enough of them, and they do, paper cut damage to buildings.
Right.
I think going drones, you guarantee kill the BFs, but it's not like there were 7 or 8 of them, and they were far away. And Marko, I think, took a very sensible, calm, and collected attitude when he got his BFs droned. That was. Right, they're droned, but Andy has no tanks to kill them. So I'm just going to click buildings while they're alive. And I loved the transition from BFs into Mirages that Marko essentially had 2 armies. And so BFs taking down the MCV in the middle, and Mirages completely wiping out Andy's miner line.
Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And a really good feel. I think there's that timing. Like there's this tipping point when you get behind on economy. There's a tipping point, and there's a point where it tips, and it's hard to come back. And the point is, early economy, no matter how much real estate the other player has, you're both just grinding away. You're on your primary ore, and then all of a sudden it hits the point where it's like, now things are slowing down for you, but they're speeding up for the other player. Now is the time to go. And I think Marko timed that really well. He took advantage of what he had, and then right before he got to that tipping point of really getting far behind on the economy and the development, he pushed right when he needed to, and was able to find an opening and get through. Yeah, that was great.
But I said at the start of the game that it would be interesting to see how Marko dealt with Andy moving mid. Everybody knew that was what was going to happen, and I think Marko dealt with it perfectly.
Yep. Oh god damn it, Berg. That's what I get for putting Snark in charge of the scoreboard. Now Snark leaves us, and I forget. Okay. Anyway, guys, sorry. Anyway, Marko, it is 1-0. 1-0. All
right. Marko going 0. You gonna build a miner behind this, or is he actually going straight 0? Okay, seal. I mean, that's kind of knew that would happen. Marko going 0. Andy going Rockies.
Rockies from Andy, and this one Rhino is going to be a little bit annoying.
There's 3 of them. One staying near the wall to counter the seal. Whether we can get the squish or not, I don't know. One up by Andy's base. And Andy's spending loads on pillboxes.
Yep.
2K on pillboxes already.
You got an eye on that seal? You know where that seal's at?
Yeah, top left in the ore patch. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
It's moving down now.
Okay, seal coming in.
Sentry gun. Nice. And okay, so Andy on 4 miners, but none of them on the gems. And Marko just harassing them.
Yep, staying really busy here. And you love these kind of matches. You got 2 great players who don't like each other, and it really creates fun games because these players, they don't want to win, they want to punish, they want to embarrass.
They don't want to win.
Yep.
They want to beat want to beat the specific opponent.
And they want to expose you. You know what I mean? Like they want to expose your weak. Like they spend all week in chat talking shit, and then they want to expose those weaknesses. And I love it. I love it.
Okay, this is a scary number of rhinos out of Marko, but Andy's gonna try and play.
Oh yeah, there is one flak in the group. A little bit of chip damage.
Play chicken with him.
And Andy taking advantage of the Grizzly speed, almost never ends up being valuable. Gonna get caught behind enemy lines between. And these plastics are gonna drop.
Yeah,
quick.
I don't know what that. He's not gonna get the MCV. He's not gonna get any miners. I mean, it stopped Marko pushing into Andy, and if that was the objective, it was achieved perfectly.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Grizzlies can you afford to pay to delay an inevitable attack, though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Cost benefit analysis there.
I mean, the question was, what was the follow through? Was Andy trying to tack up? What was he trying to get out of it? And I feel like he hasn't gotten much out of it. Power drop next to Marko's wall. Sentry guns. Pulling the miners to deal with the.
Yeah, Richard. I don't think there's any denying both players respect each other, whether or not how they display it openly. I mean, both players certainly know that.
Oh, Marko just tearing Andy's mid apart. There is a seal. Top left, going down into the War Factory area.
Oh, hits this oil. And Andy, wow, Andy sells that War Factory. Really good move. Nice double screen from Andy to be able to.
Yeah.
And throw.
Andy was going for another seal.
All right. Remind me, who won? So Marko won the first 2.
Yeah. So 2-0.
Well, both. Like I was gonna say, is that both players respect. I mean, both players know that if they sleep on the other, they can lose points. Whether or not they openly acknowledge their respect or use the term GG when they lose that's a different topic. But both players certainly are bringing their A game when they match up against each other, and that's what I would call unspoken respect. All right, Stardusk. And Andy, we haven't heard anything from Andy about lag yet. Has not prepared anything, any sort of excuses, and is kind of hunkering in. And I'm excited to see Andy here because Andy, when Andy gets cornered and gets down, he starts banging. He doesn't really tilt from what I've seen. Like he remains to be a relatively cold-blooded plair and tends to kind of fuel a little bit.
Andy is not one of those players, as you say, who really tilts. He'll play relaxed games and he'll play hard games, but he tends, if he starts to lose, he kind of just gets more and more aggressive.
And
right?
that's it, but not necessarily in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like,
not in a random flailing.
Yeah.
Like it just the play style just becomes more aggressive.
Yeah. And in a way though that it does remain relatively controlled, and it doesn't seem to be a disadvantage for himself, I would say. I don't know. I just never really count him out. He's just he's just a great player, But Marko certainly, in a traditional sense here, seems to have a quick answer for every single one of Andy's attacks. And as a betting man, gun to my head, I'd be putting money on not a betting man, gun to my head. That's the question to ask. Gun to my head right now, I'd be putting on Marko closing this out.
Look at Marco's power plants. He's walled them in.
Yep, walling in the power plants. Early shenanigan expectations from Andy.
And he's not even playing Allied. It's not going to be a silly IMP there. He's expecting an NG rush. He's which we've seen Andy do it. Seen him do it twice? Certainly once was against Marko, where Andy NG rushed this power plant in the bottom left and tried to build a base there, and it just didn't work. He spent so much money on it that he couldn't support things.
Yep.
So Andy not trying that. And no allied shenanigans out of Marko either.
Nope, gonna play him straight up and get the economy rolling here. So Marko's allied. What do we normally? I mean, he's a predominantly a Soviet player, but he gets a pretty good look at both.
Yeah, I think, and somebody in Twitch chat will correct me in 15 seconds, that if you ranked Marko's... yeah, I'm trying to think. After Sov, what does Marko play? Yuri or Allied? I mean, okay, somebody who's more knowledgeable than me in chat can possibly say, I don't see Marko Allied particularly often, but he's pretty damn good at it. So I'm tempted to say that his Allied is better than his Yuri.
Yeah, just such a beautifully fundamentally sound student of the game. I mean, he just has
literally won the Allied Tourney. Yeah, he did. What was it? Last September, Marko won the Allied Tourney. That's a good point. That is a good point.
Matt, I'm like, Matt, how wrong could you really be? All of a sudden, fantastic. He literally won the Allied tournament. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, but his Yuri might be better. It might just be that everybody else's Allied is trash.
Okay.
And I think from this tournament, we are seeing that a lot of people, if they want to play Allied, they need to work on it.
Yeah.
Allied is so underplayed.
Yeah, people just don't get the hours in, and I think
they don't get the hours in. I think laughing and joking aside, I don't think you have to be as good with Allied to be top of any sort of tournament. To top a tournament. I think a Sov tournament or a Yuri tournament is going to be much harder to top.
Yep, and I think and players and to the untrained eye, some of you spectators, you casual FFG players on the weekends.
Yeah,
it's hard to appreciate
casuals.
the hours that people put in to their primary factions. I mean, and like most things in life, hours in, quality out. And
I mean, Marko's what, 300 games? I think I was talking to Legend yesterday and was looking at CNC ladder. It's RA2 this month, but Marko's on something like 300 games, and that's you could talk about any of the top 10 in QM this month, and that's about what they all have. And Marko does that every month, month in, month out. Same as Legend, same as Zane, same as Andy when it's Yuri's, at least for Andy. And that's a lot of games.
Yep.
But okay, so back to this one.
Yeah, back to this one. It's so funny.
Marko,
talk for 10 seconds, all of a sudden it's like, Jesus, what's going on here?
I like this build from Marko. I really think that BFs and Mirages have a really great synergy.
Yep.
Because the Mirages stop Rhinos just charging in and killing off your BFs.
Yeah, it's a great balance, and Andy kind of biding his time for that IC.
Andy moving top left with his MCV. He has a service depot out as well. Might have been concerned about some kind of chrono MCV snipe. Also got the IC, which is nice if Marko is going after just pure BFs, but he's not. Oh, Desos.
Oh, and I don't like. Ooh, Andy.
But nice position. Okay.
Hits the in and out mission for the lab. Oh God.
But I'm not sure.
Jesus
Gets a BF.
Christ.
I'm not sure that was worth it.
And by not sure, I would raise that ante a little bit to definitely not worth it. BFs and a lab for your entire army.
I mean, bearing in mind the IC was almost up. Like it's ready now. Could he have
Why?
waited an extra minute?
Why did he?
Because now Marco's gonna push in with these mirages, which are speedy units. Top left, killing off miners. And Andy's now on the back foot.
It's almost like he misread the timer on his IC.
Just misread the timings, and I think maybe didn't appreciate how large Marco's army was. This is very reminiscent of the Desert Island game, honestly, of Marco having two armies, one of mirages and one of mirages and BFs, and using the mirages as a brilliant hit and run unit, and Andy GGing out.
Wow, yeah, and that's 3-0. Bike Rich, my bad, man.
All right,
a lot going on.
All right. I know you guys missed me.
Hey, Snark, you can hop back in. That match just ended.
We banned you from the lobby, Snark.
You banned me?
I was so insulted you left.
No, hey, to be clear, we all had. Matt said, "Hey, I'm gonna go grab a glass of wine." I said, "I'm gonna fill up some champagne," and then you just blanked us. You know.
Well, I said I'll be back soon.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Actually, no one heard you say it. To be honest,
I didn't hear him say it either.
I didn't hear him.
Maybe I said it to myself. I don't have to share with you everything I said.
As you know, Snark, obviously from there, the scoreboard went to shit.
What are you talking about? 3-0 for Marko.
What's that?
What are you talking about? 3-0 for Marko.
Well, yeah,
game's already laggy. Can you watch stream?
This is up to Ivor. Whatever Ivor says, I'll do.
I mean, I can sit out and watch.
Wait,
59 FPS every game.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't noticed any lag whatsoever.
This is down to Ivor. Whatever Ivor says, I'll do. I don't care watching the stream. You guys are doing an amazing job. So.
So Andy's saying it's more
laggy and doesn't want another person.
Do you know what?
Does Origin have an FPS count?
Snark, I mean, this one, I think Marco's about to 4-0 anyway. I mean, if it's one less point of contention, yeah.
Yeah.
Hop out, sure, whatever. And then, but obviously, we want you back in. Hopefully, we get the championship going here very shortly.
Awesome. No, I'll just watch the stream. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I'll catch you in the finals.
Yeah, and you can stay. You can chill if you're around, obviously on audio, but you'll be 12 seconds behind us. So, all right. Anyway,
I'll let you guys do your job.
All right, cool.
Actually, Snark, what I can do is stream it in Discord to you.
We could do that. I don't want to go crazy here to try and get it to work. You know, you guys are doing great. So if it's easy for you and it won't cause any lag or trouble,
I can stream it in Discord.
Matt, throw it up.
All right.
I need the game to start first.
Oh, that's right, because of the window thing and the whole.
Because this is CNCnet and the game is.
Oh yeah. All right, let me grab a map. Yeah, I like that silent techno. There's the Andy I know. Yeah.
Next map.
Well, there must not have been much lag in these last games, or we would have heard about it. I mean, for Andy to lose 3 points and not say anything, it's very relatively unique experience. All right.
And Marko rolling a 20 there. I mean, that's just impressive. You know, it's high level stuff.
High level. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's any other way to say it, but an answer for everything. Very well. You know, it's a war game, and like most war games, it's a matter of anticipation.
There you go, Snark.
Yeah.
Anticipating the other players' anticipations and then working around that. And I think Marko has just been one step ahead of Andy. And obviously it's like, it's been kind of interesting because Andy has played really well without engineers. Obviously, I think a lot of people question Andy's allied abilities without, you know, the engineer stuff. And in this tournament, obviously, we don't have that. So in his first match, that didn't seem to be that big of a deal. But with Marko, obviously, he that's how he won Balth's tournament, right? I mean,
yeah,
exactly.
That was so depressing, Matt. I got up early to watch that.
Yeah,
and it was
5:30 in the morning for me, man.
Just the worst game in the world.
Like you can, so you know, other people waking up early. 5:30, I got out of bed. Like 5:45, the game was played. Sitting at my desk in my pajamas, like so tired after going to bed at like 3 a.m. Because like nobody said it was gonna be played, and then I think Balth or Snot called me on WhatsApp and woke me up for it. They're like, oh yeah, they're playing now, and I'm like, what the fuck? Marko was going in. Was it Marko just come out of hospital, or was going into hospital the next day as well? Like, it wasn't ideal for anyone.
Yeah, it seemed like Marko. Yeah, Marko was just like, all right, look, if he's gonna NG me, I'm not even gonna do anything about it. He didn't try to sell. Yeah. He didn't try to wall. He didn't try to sentry. He just ate it. And we're all like, but Balth, I appreciate Balth, right? That's how you say his name. That's who did the tournament.
Yeah.
I appreciate Balth experimenting with that, because that was the day that I was like, no more engineering in any of my games. Like, we're not doing this anymore, you know?
Is Matt Irish? No, FaZe X-Wiz. I am not Irish. I'm English.
Dude, come on. Let's go. How are you mixing?
Oh,
Seals.
Andy gets the war.
Hits one war, got a backup.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, sealing a war is great at the start, but once you got two, it really doesn't matter anywhere near as much, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't slow you down. You know, if say you have that tank about to be built or whatever the case, you don't lose it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, war factories do cost 2,000, but yeah, definitely it doesn't slow you down.
Yeah, but seal is 1,000 plus a 500 for an IFE. Like, it's
true.
You know, it's not devastating by any means.
I guess another one. And the power? Okay, that's a bit more devastating.
Wait, I was following the Tanya. That was another seal?
Yeah, that was another seal. There is a Tanya somewhere.
Yep, Tanya right above the ore, right above top right. And then trying to press with these rhinos, but met immediately with those mirages. Very early tech, early mirage.
Tanya coming in. Tanya on the right.
And he trying to make things interesting here. It's another. So, oh my God, she hits the. Tanya's a badass.
She's gonna get the other one. And the racks. Oh, the rhinos.
Yeah, now she's just got her pistols. Now she's got her pistols out behind enemy lines, staying alive. Tanya, okay, you forget, like, people are like, oh, seals and Tanyas, what's the difference? Everything is the difference.
Everything. Rhinos, you gotta keep your rhinos away from those Tanyas, otherwise she will melt them.
Tanya, well, Tanya's got plot armor, you know, plot armor. She's an important, integral part of the allied force, and she,
And GG, yeah, Marko has to call GG there.
Wow.
Wow, so sealing an opponent to death, I mean, yeah, when in doubt, cheese, right?
Yeah. And you know what I love though is that, like, it doesn't. People say like, oh, engineers are too much. Now we have to get rid of the next thing. I don't feel like that at all. Like, I think the seals and the Tanyas, I think there's so much more. Like, the engineering to me is stupid. Like, to me that was like a trick play in football. It's like fun to watch, and like the engineering is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? They feel very different to me.
Well, there's definitely a difference in price and in how early on you could get them rolling. And
right.
So you can't compare the two. Again, it's cheese. It's like one unit that comes in super fast, and if and just rushes in and just destroys a building automatically, instantaneously. But yeah, you can't compare NGs to seals for sure.
No.
Yeah, and I just think to the untrained eye, people kind of see that and they feel like it's maybe a similar form of silliness. And it's obviously it's different for a lot of reasons. Now, remind me, does the Crazy Ivan, do his bombs destroy every building?
No.
Oh, they don't.
Nuke reactor, MCV, IC, nuke missile, and possibly the industrial plant, and then mirrored on the allied side. I'm not sure about the industrial plant and the ore purifier.
Industrial plant goes down as far as I'm aware.
Okay, in which case it's just those heavily
right
concrete armor.
Now, does the seal come out? Do you need an AFC to build a seal?
Yeah, you need the AFC.
Yeah. But you don't need it to build the GGIs, right?
Correct. GGIs are base. And yeah.
So now Marko's allied, so Andy might have a bit harder time. He might try Ivan's, but it's not as powerful.
It's not the same. Because the bomb takes time to go off, and if it's near a racks, then you build an engineer, and your engineer disarms the bomb, and the engineer doesn't get used either. You just kind of.
Oh, really? He pops back out. Ah, that's very interesting. Yeah, and I think the big thing is, I mean, the Tanya, what we saw there, the seals either die on the doorstep or get one building. the Tanya is like hanging and banging. Like the armor that they have there. I mean, she crawled around that entire base taking fire for 30 seconds, you know?
Fine. Yep. Marko's starting off with walling off his oil in the top left. I like that. He knows that Andy.
He knows that Andy might try and get it. Nah, Max, it definitely doesn't kill IC nuke or nuke reactor. I've had Path in me in FFGs enough times to know what does get killed and what doesn't. Trust me, dude. Trust me. I will in my buildings when I play Path. But Marko going seal, gonna repair the cheese. Andy, I like the War Factory and the ref down bottom right. 3 miners out there. Wants to gobble that up as quickly as possible.
And the seal headed to bottom right, I would imagine.
Yeah,
now
if he gets the oil.
Nice. So Andy does have a hidden sentry gun there. So you can't get it done. Ooh, 2 sentries. No way to get it done.
It's gonna waypoint it. There we go. So he drives the IFE right next to the. Oh no, he's re-waypointing back to
bluff.
So he chooses a new target, right? When you see the seal leave the FE and come back
hidden IFE again.
Then you wanna, So here it goes. Bam.
Tries to sell. Picks up the, and that elite conscript's gonna be coming big. I'm gonna name him James. Elite conscript's name is James, and James is going big. Is James going for the enemy's base? If I know James like I think I do, that guy's not gonna quit. Yeah, he's heading right for the enemy's base. Wow.
James wants the promotion, boys.
Yep.
James wants a big promotion. I mean,
he's waiting for Boris to go down, and then instead of Boris, you'll be able to build James.
That's a big move. Those elite conscripts. I mean, you can come back if the enemy gets an elite conscript. It's possible to still win, but it's not likely.
It's possible, but I mean, Andy's in a super strong position here. He's got James. He's got
10 minus.
It is James. And James is now in a bunker. Oh God. Yep. Give up. Marko, get that.
James has now taken field command from Premier Romanov. He's like, no. I'm in charge now.
Yeah, and Marko it's funny, Marko can't find a home for this, it's a spy. Interesting. So new waypoint.
Oh, yes.
Gonna go for this war factory, try to dump it on the backside?
I think he gets it. If he's waypointed it and sticks the IFE in the right place. Forward war from Andy.
What's that?
Rip. This war factory from Andy.
Oh, yep. Oh, cells.
Oh, nice cell.
Oh my God.
Disguising it? So if you disguise it, then sentry guns won't auto shoot it.
Oh, right. Yeah, he didn't disguise it. You're right.
So if you waypoint it in, then Andy has to micro his sentry guns to try and kill it or sell the building or something silly like that. Marko also trying to push in with these Mirage tanks at the bottom to try and take out the war miners.
It looks
didn't
like
quite get there in time.
Oh, it looks like Andy just took out Marko's expansion top left. I didn't see that. Took the oil out up there.
Little
3 rhino split there, taking it out. Again, Andy's position going insane miners. Might pay off. I mean, Andy's got an insane amount of money. So does Marko on the other hand.
Yeah, why does the Russian soldier have an American name? Because the only Russian name I know is Yuri, and I didn't want to use that name because I thought it'd be confusing. So I pulled James, and actually I realized that was both politically and racially insensitive. And I should have named him something. I should have named him something different, and I apologize. And I appreciate the chat keeping me on my toes. All right.
So what's going on, boys?
I bet you out of the entire, what is it? 100 and something million population that Russia has.
There's at least one
somebody
James.
named James. So I think actually it's perfectly racially and culturally accurate. So fuck you, Twitch chat.
Yeah.
All right, so Marko again, poking and prodding, trying to get something done here, trying to outflank Andy, trying to outmaneuver him, but Andy holding on pretty well.
And this is one of the nice things I like about Mirage tanks is that in large numbers they can, they can't quite go toe to toe with Rhinos, depending on how the tank control goes. It's scary for both players, right? But they're fast, and you get groups of them moving around the map. And suddenly it becomes really difficult for the Allied. Look at this. Marko sniping miners. They melt miners. Getting the war factory as well.
Andy going in here, trying to make a big move.
Trying to push here.
Marko at the same time.
Marko just keeping them static. And a lot of deaths popping there. Andy now on 1 war though. And Marko loses 1 miner, loses 2 miners.
Yeah, a few miners.
And Marko's going to win the tank fight up top.
Yeah, ultimately Marko wins the tank fight,
Yep.
and also gets damaged.
And
And
Andy
he, yep,
loses
and he got his Rockies down low. His Rockies are still working. He had his Rockies AFK for a second while he managed on the home front, but now he is back to
And
it there.
goes
Rockies
down.
staying busy, and Andy's got nothing left to give.
James! Oh, no,
Oh,
James!
James! Oh, there's James! Oh, James! And honestly, throw the G's. Throw the G's.
If you
And
lose
this
James,
is GG.
if you lose James, it is over.
That's it.
There's no coming back from that. There is no.
There's no coming back. Yep. He builds another barracks to try to get another James, but you can't. Jameses don't grow on trees.
James
Yeah,
is
that doesn't
irreplaceable.
work
They
that
don't
way.
grow on trees.
They're irreplaceable. And Andy looking for any sort of backdoor trickery, looking downfield for a Hail Mary, looking for a curveball. Andy, you know, on the ropes is always looking for a way out, but as these mirages kind of thunder into the battlefield, no
There is
James.
No way.
Andy's got $17,000.
$5 for Marko.
What do you do with $17,000 in this position? Buy an apocalypse. That's it. Buy an apocalypse.
If only you could buy James for money.
Yep.
And this is now where Mirage Tank's actually, you know, in bottom right, he's got a dozen of them, 14 of them, and they actually start doing damage to buildings when you get them in that many.
Yeah. And now yeah, trying to prep. I mean, I love it going down swinging. Respect Andy for it, but nothing left to give here.
BF's coming out from Marko, you know, do some real base damage. But yeah, Andy losing rhinos in the mid, going over. I love it when people put power drops in sensible places, like sort of cliff openings. Marko losing all of his mirages bottom right.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's really bad, Marko.
I would love nothing more than Andy pulling out a win here, but I mean, just to continue. I mean, I love excitement.
Yeah, but I mean, look
I swear Zane can fall asleep at the wheel and pull this off. and you gotta laugh at the irony here, because Marko tearing a page out of Andy's book, playing with his food a little bit. And this is exactly how you die to Andy. If you don't G out against Andy, he will pull each fingernail, chop off each finger, bleed you out.
Exactly what that is.
Make fun of your mom, and then come in for the kill.
He's gonna go in and kill off every miner he can find. There we go. BF's ripping Andy's base apart.
Andy now going for the base trade.
I mean, he's got like
back,
made a welcoming
trailed by, he's got mirages on
amount
both sides. Oh God.
The amount of production Marko has.
And Andy throws the GG. Wow. You know what?
First time in history.
Proper respect there,
all right,
it seems.
Everyone get on YouTube and follow me, because that'd be great. But more importantly, go watch my last game where I said I have a feeling about this series. We're going to get a GG from Andy. That's what I said. I said it last game.
Yeah, I remember.
And we got it. We got it here today, folks. And you guys are all here. We're making history.
That was insane. That was amazing. Whew.
All right.
That was just epic.
Woo, man. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, good stuff. Snark, you're back in the game. And we're getting it going here. So Legend. Yeah, Legend. Why is there no? Yeah, Legend
why
says.
the fuck no prize for second place? He's already thinking, oh shit, I'm out. Okay, guys, I'm out.
All right. And that's just enough to get a follow from Niku Lax, and that's why we're here. That's why we're here, to get that follower. So Niku, I'm glad it all worked out for you. All right, you guys, we are moving into the championship here.
Wow.
Yeah, Andy hops in. Fun thing about this format, gives lesser players a chance. Andy, I appreciate you being gracious and giving us the plebeian players a chance to beat you.
Yeah, Andy, we really appreciate your graciousness. It is greatly appreciated.
All right, guys. Okay, so let me update some stuff here. Okay. All right, so guys, thanks for you hanging out. 93 viewers. This has never happened before. I feel like I'm famous. I love it. If you guys want to follow
You're
me.
a Muppet, Andy.
Oh, Richard. All right,
let's British insult.
let's
Such
keep
a
it
British
a
insult.
Muppet. Is that a British insult? Like compare it to an
Yeah.
English insult. Give me the English like what's the translation?
Well, Muppet is in like the Muppets.
No, I know, but like what would be the English
Oh,
translation?
you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Oh, idiot? Okay.
But a slightly more playful way of saying it. You
Okay.
know.
Oh, that's
You
kind of
might
funny.
say it while laughing at somebody.
Dude, I'm actually
You're
gonna.
a
Okay,
Muppet.
so you might say it to like one of your friends.
Yeah, when they do something stupid, or when they do something stupid and trip on the on the sidewalk
call
or
them a
something
Muppet.
like that, you call them a Muppet.
Love that. All right.
Wow. So we're at the finals, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the championship.
$150 on the line.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, we're gonna find a way to get my
Legend already bargaining.
caffeine
Right,
powered.
that's
Love
the
it. Thanks for the
right
follow,
side.
guys. Thanks for the follow. And you guys who are hanging out, we have lots of these tournament, lots of good games. Red Alert 2 stuff. Sometimes I give followers money. That's never happened before, but it could happen if you guys all start following me. We don't know for sure. All right.